breaking down startup business models that you can get into in 2024.
This will be a part series. We will be breaking down 4 business models for you. And the 4 business models, namely, are dropshipping,
Drop servicing,
forex trading,
and affiliate marketing.
and today in this video, we will be breaking down dropshipping for you.
So basically, dropshipping includes selling products online without the need to hold inventory, which you connect the supplier to your store and you're the middleman between the supplier and the consumer. The supplier delivers your products for you.
And to start off, let's look at the initial investment for dropshipping.
Yes.
So obviously what for dropshipping you need is an online store. There are many places where you can get online stores or websites from, but we have brought 2 to you, namely Shopify and Wix.
Yes.
Now with Shopify is already built for dropshipping. It's easy as drag and drop. You can create a store from scratch and it's easy for you, and Shopify has a monthly fee of 380 Rand per month. And with Wix it's a bit harder to maneuver through. You have to basically, it's not as easy. You have to build the website to be first suitable for dropshipping and then suitable for your store. And Wix payment per month would be 200 Rand
200 a month.
per month. So that's your initial investment. And moving on, we go on to
We then move on to your profit margins that you can expect to make using this business model. And I would say the profit margin you're looking at is from 10 to 30%, because yes, you can exceed that, but you also have competitors. And if you want to stay in your business for a long time, then you have to cut your prices to compete with them at, like, you know, the going rate.
Right.
You can't, like, for example, if you search up something, an air fryer, and someone in Takealot selling for 960, you can't now go price it in at 1,250 and think they'll buy it from you instead. Because remember, Takealot in South Africa is a store that has good recognition, so consumers are rather buy there. But if you're cheaper, then they'll revert back to you.
Yeah, you're always competing with your prices. That's why, let's say for example, your profit margin would be you sold something for 1,000 Rand. Then you'd make up to 100 to 300 Rand per product. So that's if you want to stay within the competition range.
Yeah.
So obviously you can go higher, like what Sim said, but in this competition, people would see that your products are pricier and they can get it for cheaper somewhere else. But moving on into the breakdown, it's the scalability.
Yeah.
How high or how low can you scale dropshipping? With dropshipping, I would say that it has a high potential of being scaled up to a higher position, and that depends on how much work you put in basically. So if you just start up with a store and you link a supplier, you have moderate potential. So you will get maybe 1 client per month. But now if you obviously want to scale this thing up to a higher level, then you have to work harder, you have to put in more extra work. And then this extra work, I'd say, is towards marketing. People will want to know about your store. How do you get them to know about the store? Social media, TikTok, promotions, all. There's various methods to do it, but the best way is social media basically. So there is high scalability potential.
Definitely. And moving on from that, you look at your time commitment in this business model, which is, I think, after your initial setup phase of your website, it's moderate because now the hard work is done, your products are listed, but the only work you then have to put in is on, as you said, on social media and the marketing of your business. That's the only part you have to put like 200% into it.
So you have to convince people that, okay, there's a good product and it's on my store, come purchase it.
Yeah.
And then there's obviously, you need to be aesthetic. And then moving on, also we'll say to provide that aesthetic appealing feel and that good marketing, you need good tools. And we have listed 3 tools. Namely, the 3 tools that can help you to create these aesthetic posts in that, which says Canva, PictoChart, and FreePic. Now, for each of these applications and websites, the link will be in the descriptions for you. So you just go to the description and check out whichever one works best for you, and then you can use it to obviously up your game in a marketing level.
Yeah. And moving on, the most important part after your website will obviously be a supplier, because that's where you get your products from. And we chose two of the best and trustworthy suppliers in South Africa for you, which are Dropstore and ZA Dropshipping. And with Dropstore, it's 200 Rand per month,
Right.
and ZA Dropshipping, that's 300 Rand per month.
So you have two options, and then we say these two options. Obviously, we will have the link in the description for you as well, for you to go and visit and which option would be best for you. But then with both of these, there's, like we said, obviously you need first an online store, and then we'd say both of these are linkable to Wix and Shopify. But it would be easier
to pay them.
To pay them correctly, exactly. To pay them correctly.
So I would say, if we're looking at the first pair, I would say we can go with Shopify,
Right.
and Dropstore,
Right.
which if you add, as we said, Shopify is 380 Rand per month and Dropstore is 200 Rand per month, and your total day comes to 580 Rand per month to run your entire store.
And then the good thing about Shopify is, let's say, it's not as cheap as Wix, but it's easier to maneuver. There's site collaborations, there's basically easy ways for your supplier even to be linked to your store. So that's the only good thing I'd say, because with Dropstore, it's built also to supply to Shopify. So it works hand in hand. But then, like Wasim said, the cost for that per month, you're looking around at 580 to 600 per month.
And the next pair you can look at is, you can still use Dropstore, but this time you can pay it with Wix, and that's 450 Rand per month. It is cheaper, but like you said, it's cheaper, but it's harder.
Yeah, it's more time consuming.
It's more time consuming, so you rather use, what we would recommend is Shopify and Dropstore.
Yes. Even though the combination of using Wix as your online store and Dropstore as your supplier, it's cheaper, as it works out to around 400 to 450 per month. But like we said, the best option for you would be, it's easier, it's not time consuming, would be Shopify and Dropstore.
And you can also use Shopify and ZA Dropshipping, and that will calculate to 680 Rand per month, which personally I don't think that's a good combo.
Alright, it is an option, but is it the best? No,
definitely. And lastly, we can look at Wix and ZA Dropshipping, which is 550 Rand per month.
Now obviously we gave you the two options of suppliers. Sometimes both of these suppliers don't have what the other supplier is. So we're gonna give you the link in the description. If you need, you can go research them further and find out, does this supplier have what you want to put on your store? So that's how it works out best for you. And Shopify, like we said, it's easy, but with Wix, there's more options you can put in. You can make your website more aesthetically appealing, I can say. So that's the only thing.
And as you can see, that's your final calculation. And it's that easy to start your first business. And that's us breaking down dropshipping for you guys. And stay tuned for the next part, and that one will be breaking down for you drop servicing.
Yes, sir. And if you have any more questions, we are just one DM, one comment away. We will obviously get back to you and help you as much as you can.
And if you want us to break down any other business model, you can also drop it in the comments. But as always,
HustleHub out.
We out.